Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from the matchup between JDG and LNG during Day 3 of the Worlds 2023 Swiss stage. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
That can actually reliably lock down the Akali as long as Scout is a little bit further up the lane, doesn't get to jump back to his own turret.
Yeah, and the other benefit of grab it for a second, and that buys enough time for Tarzan to finish his red, get his level 6 on Lee Sin, see if they want to do anything about it. Both supports also leeching that experience in mid lane.
Yep, 4v4 potential here. Around this Rift Herald is already, Zika's diving in. There's the Hextech ultimatum. Q is going to connect as Kanavi taken down to half health. 369 in trouble. As the Camille is so low that his first blood going over to Knight to start this one up. Hung should be the next one on the menu, and there it is. But Ruler is down, missing. It's so incredibly low, and there's the perfect execution from Scout. He's trying to do what he can. He finds the backflip, but now he's the last man standing for LNG. Can he get Kanavi on the way out? And yes, he can. He's looking for even more, taking no. There it is. As finally Knight finishes it off 4-3. What the heck was that?
Wait, it was pixels away from picking up that eyeball. He did not get it.
And while all of that was happening, a solo kill happened in the bot lane as well. So across the entire map, pure carnage. Gala, known for his Kai'Sa, catches Ruler unaware. The late flash, the auto, and the perfect execution there. And then on the other end, here we see the team fighting power for JDG initially seems to be enough. And by the end, it's not.
The best part is the Red Rover, send one member over from 369. He actually uses Cassante ultimate to isolate one target away, and then Kanavi can Vi ultimate to the target to also be able to get to the rest of the team. That way, JDG kind of collapses into their own jungle and gets the early lead in the fight. Scout doing his best, though, to try and get something back. He dies
Getting one kill on Tarzan, one kill on Scout. If he got fed, if he was able to accelerate the point of the game, although Gala might be in trouble here.
Yeah, Ballbreaker going to be charged up as Gala is in trouble, and he's just dead. Ruler is going to get his revenge there towards that bottom side. Shockwave going to connect onto Scout in mid lane. He's not heading down towards that bottom lane this time around, and now Ruler, he can just wipe out these minions and look for more plates.
And now it feels like LNG
feels very comfortable finishing it up and grabbing themselves number 2.
Also want to highlight the itemization choice here for Knight. Going for that crown, I think, is such a big boon. It is really hard for LNG to consistently saw yesterday.
Yeah, you're looking across the line and you see Camille ultimate, Akali. Okay, we see
Taking
bottom.
Across the line, Ruler is going to have the Sonic Wave soaked by his support. He's now ulted, trying to get himself out of here. Down to 200, and he's executed by Gala. That is going to be the kill. LNG, they earned that one.
With that one, they take him down.
Shockwave here towards the top side. Scout trying to stay in the shroud. Ults to try and get himself out of there, but there is the cease and desist. And Scout, oh, the clockwork wind up, not enough, but once again, it is going to be command attack coming in. Now it's Knight's turn to fall as Tarzan picks up the kill. Another Q going to connect. As Kanavi should be able to get himself out or back in if that's where he'd like to go. Hung has turned up as well, but 369 is here. Headbutt for the
on here, so LNG, in order to get priority, they're going to drop the Rift Herald mid. It does pull out the teleport from 369. They don't want to give up position. Vision here through the river as Dragon is already up will be paramount. They take down that Rift Herald. It doesn't get any sort of charge off, and they push it right back. They're going to get the turret before.
Yeah, Extender Beam going to come through there, and it's as if it was JDG that dropped the Herald because they got full control of that mid lane. See LNG going to move Zika towards this bottom side. Connect there from 369. The Alistair isn't out of the woods just yet. Kanavi going to get headbutted back, but Zika's not going to be able to protect the cow. Going to have to flash to get himself out of the way, and now the Drake is going to be taken. Tarzan! It's highway robbery here from LNG.
It's merely a distraction, cow, Atlas. Look down to the bottom lane. Hung deceives them all while the rest of the team...
No one knows that the Lee Sin is there with full information as to what's going on. Now they do, as the Sonic Wave does fly in, but Zika is on the flank angle, and these pincer movements can work out when you have a Camille on your team. The Orb is now trying to keep them in check, but Kanavi locks down the Baron. Now Tarzan dives in, he breaks his stopwatch, but Ruler has been kicked out immediately. He pops back over, and the team fight team is popping off. Ruler unchecked in the pit, and he's just going to grab as many kills as he would like. It's 2 for now, but Gala is running for the hills.
Oh, JDG dare LNG to enter the arena. Please jump in. Kanavi has the confidence. Oh, they're going for Gala. They can
The Mega Cone is going to
Is it
disengage
enough?
Gala for now. Does he have the supercharge? They just picked their team fight comp. Now they are knocking on the door of LNG and looking to move up to 1-0 in this best of 3.
It's just the power. If you don't have engage, who cares? Force the enemy to go into you. Zika's trying to keep the wave away or trying to keep the pressure up, but his base is going to smithereens.
Yep, in a turret for Nexus may not be the trade they're looking for, but there's a cease and desist, and Tarzan will acquiesce that one. LNG now trying to defend, but without their jungler, and now 369 is unstoppable. The Hextech ultimatum is one that they don't care about at all. As 369, he's going down low. Scout's trying to get what he can. Voidseek is going to work out. There is still an inhibitor turret there in the mid lane, but it's not quite going to be enough. And now the Nexus is exposed. Gala is looking for Ruler. Ruler wants a rematch of the 1v1 from earlier, and Gala's making it work. Ruler goes golden and says, all right, Knight, you can take that one. And JDG will take down the Nexus here in game number 1.
It's a team game, Atlas, and the 5-on way better than the Alistar because it has offensive use, and Alistar Ultimate is purely defensive. So really, really interesting pickup here where...
Especially with Knight backing, no teleport available. So this is really well done. LNG using their early leads and early prio and setting themselves up for a strong mid game.
As a jungler, I actually do always try and use green skins, you know, all of the, like,
Blend in.
the league partner skins, because I'm like, wow, maybe it'll help.
I do think there is plenty of team fighting power. The one downside is that if you get to like the 30-minute mark and you're not really far ahead on your Renekton and Jarvan, then...
Hey, commentator, we are starved for that oftentimes throughout the year. It's just not really delivering on that front. But still, I do love the jockeying for position. I don't find that I'm actually... I don't need any kills. Honestly, like, if someone's Nexus is threatened and it's still 0, then he's going to settle for some minions. And JDG, on vision, just going to look to take down the second Herald.
Scout has teleport, but he's up at the bottom turret right now. Oh, it's being used. Let's go.
Now let's see whether this is actually going to be that first blood. The Rift Herald is going to be secured, but now Kanavi's in trouble. He's charmed up. He's taken down first blood at 16 minutes for Scout.
Did get the smite off, but they didn't get the... So the thing is that in an LCK game, we would not been talking about the game for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'd probably be still on Shamrock Malphite at this point. Is missing, in a bit of trouble as well. Could be a second kill pretty quickly. Flag and Drag comes in. He avoids the knock-up, but not going to be able to avoid the takedown.
It seems uncomfortable as well.
I can imagine.
You know, dragging all that
So
way.
do not recommend?
No, I wouldn't. Oh!
Never actually done it myself, but now we've got Scout going golden. There is the Nature's Grasp. They're looking for the re-engage. Missing's right in the middle, but I don't know whether it's going to work. The Blade Caller is massive, and Tarzan going to lock down, missing some low health bars, but Scout is still going to be able to get rid of Knight. 369 is trying to do what he can, and they do manage to collect 2, but 369 is going to go down. Zigger is the most gigantic crocodile I've ever seen, and Kanavi's running for the hills. This outer turret could be in trouble too.
Yeah, LNG can take everything right now. They're going to keep on pushing.
But Ruler, he can be there in an instant. He has that killer instinct available. JDG missing. Can he find the engage opportunity? Can Scout then find the answer, as Nature's Grasp going to be used on both sides? And it's no button and no button for both of the jungler and the mid laner here. To Drake down relatively low. Tarzan in the back of that pit. He's going to be kicked out, and that is going to be the soul denied. Blade Caller is good though, is missing, looking to be the first one to go down. And there is the kill for LNG. 369 on the bottom side of the fight is Scout. He flashes for it, and Ruler is going to answer. The health bars are so low as the Cataclysm comes in, and it's the Crocodile that reigns supreme. 369 going down incredibly low. Ruler close to full health, but there's a 3-man queue, and Tarzan fights the knock-up. LNG win the fight.
They denied the soul, but it cost them everything, Atlas. That is going to be the Baron as well for Alex9. He had eyes only for Tarzan. He keeps him out of the pit. Look at this. He initially forces Tarzan's flash by threatening to ultimate towards the rest of the team, and then they're going to keep up the pressure. After both those Maokai ultimates have been nullified, 369 takes Tarzan away, and they do deny that soul, but look at this team fight from Gala. Sets them all up, and they're able to take down Missing.
And then here, the turn, absolutely incredible. Scout making sure, almost going down, baiting in Knight, but then staying alive. And big for me at the beginning of the fight, Scout, not only did his ultimate do way more damage due to the fact that he's Silas, but it also immediately forced Ruler's cleanse. So Ruler has to play way more defensive, waits with that killer instinct. And yeah, you lose one Camtech Drake. Who cares? You get the Baron.
LNG just standing, protecting this siege minion, and there's a bunch of empowered minions heading towards his bottom side as well. So many leaks for JDG to patch up here on the sinking ship that is their base right now, as the channel is going to be used. The Hex Splash gets missing out of the way, but Kanavi's not going to be so lucky, as the Nature's Grasp is so dangerous from Scout and LNG. They'll break down the front door, and they're looking for even more here. Moving towards the Nexus turret, 369 has a decent angle, but he just doesn't seem to be able to find any way into a potentially good fight. Ruler trying to rain down his Q on the enemy team, but now it's 369 that's just going to get picked off, and JDG have not a lot of. Nature's Grasp is so dangerous from Scout and LNG. They'll break down the front door, and they're looking for even more here. Moving towards the Nexus turret, 369 has a decent angle, but he just doesn't seem to be able to find any way into a potentially good fight. Ruler trying to rain down his Q on the enemy team, but now it's 369 that's just going to get picked off, and JDG have not a lot of options left.
They've only got one Nexus turret left here. Ruler and Knight, they're gonna have to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're diving forward. Tarzan just trying to get Knight, and he'll be able to pick that one up. Now there's no Nexus turrets left, and LNG just mop the floor with JDG here in game 2. And as everyone predicted, we are going to a third. Whoever wins this next game is going to knockouts.
LNG is not gonna go that angle. It would also give you options for trying to further pick people off and separate people since you're running the Vi Ahri, but they go with the tried and true. Cassante be taking advantage of that timing. Plus, he's the one with the mid laner that's been pushing in. He's the one with the pushing bottom lane, so they want to get those dragons stacked early.
That's really big. Denying LNG early dragon stacking is the way that we saw how it makes it really, really tough. If you don't shut her down, can start generating some large gold leads. You need to take down Ruler though, because the Herald went over to Kanavi.
Yeah, and not going to be able to get that last plate, but Scout has moved into position. There's the knock-up. They managed to get the cease and desist as well. Ruler's going to be taken out. First blood goes to Scout, and missing is now underneath his turret. Last shot not going to come through there, and that is the double kill for the LNG mid laner. Scout has been so good this tournament, and now he is set up for success.
Great execution by LNG. The immediate flash from Hong. No has
have his teleport available. He could walk towards that top lane or just cruise down towards this dragon and then teleport back up top if that's where he's required. Hook just going to hit the wall there from Hung. Sometimes these things happen, you know, as now Tarzan charging the Vault Breaker is going to find the flash onto Kanavi. They get into the backline. He can't do anything, but the Pop Blossom is absolutely huge in response. It's just not huge enough. As now Scout trying to get out of there. 369 gigantic as he gets over the wall. Hung just sees his death as he breaks his stopwatch on the ground. The Aatrox will pay for it as Zika's here to tidy up, but LNG, that was a little bit of an overstep, even though it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, he had to shave his head last time.
He did, yeah.
It's more about like getting my revenge. We'll check out the replay of this fight.
And yeah, really big here. As mentioned, they don't actually take down Kanavi, so you're stuck on a double knock-up. And I think that LNG actually a little bit happy. 369 not actually getting the Q there, right? That might have been enough, especially with Aatrox when the resets.
Pseudo have for themselves, right, with the Ahri and the Vi. Could be very, very nice. And they are going to get to work.
Yeah, I think the constant pressure there from Scout, pushing him under the bottom tower, meant that...
In a lot of threat of death, but with this Rift Herald, it buys you that mid-priority. It's going to get that charge, and you can see they don't really care about monitoring the state of the Rift Herald. They just want to get towards this Drake. Use that control that they bought for themselves. Knight now, though.
Teleport in from 369.
Yeah, they're looking for the opportunity. Yes, 369 may have been a little bit early as the hook is fantastic. The chain CC comes in, but look at the charm. It's onto everyone. There's the follow-up. It's Kanavi. He's going to cut them down with the Cyclone. It's Ruler that grabs the first kill. Knight collects one as well. And JDG bought themselves all the space. They'll take the first Hextech Drake. Never count out JDG.
All calculated, says
Scout, very charming here. Especially to 369.
They are really, really, really going to rely so much on Gala here. As much as Scout has gotten some early kills and has started...
Oh, Kanavi.
Yeah, finds the angle. Scout is just flashing and trying to get away, but he's not going to be able to do so. The Foxfire comes out. Can you actually get out of this one? The answer's no. And JDG now have dealt with Scout. It's a 4 versus 5, and they are bearing down on LNG. They're looking for this inner turret, and they could take anything else that they'd like. Tarzan also possibly caught out of position. Kanavi's just taking names at this part of the game. Knight not going to find the Pop Blossom there, so that's a cooldown they don't need to deal with, but this is one that they have to, as the quickness comes in and they are just torn apart. Goal is taken out. The turret was still up, but it doesn't matter because Ruler is there to take it down, and JDG, they should get a Baron, and this game was so close until it wasn't.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It feels completely even. Atlas takes the wind out of my sails. At the very least, LNG will get a dragon, but that's not going to be... Nate, they might not even be able to.
Yeah, they're going to defend the dragon sneak attempt from LNG as well. 369 comes down.
Another charm is going to come. Killer Instinct up and available. Also got both summoners. He's very, very frightening. 3 items already completed as Zika just looking for these opportunities. As in goes Tarzan. Wants to be able to find this one. Kanavi's going to go golden. Keeps himself alive. Buys the time. Is hung. He's going to be the target here from JDG. They managed to get the 1-for-1 trade, but it's a little bit better here, you should say, for LNG. Taking down the jungler, and now Scout looks for the opportunity. Another quickness is incredible as Ruler dives on top of Tarzan, but he doesn't exactly find the value he's looking for. The third Q does come in. They get rid of the Vi, but Ruler is also dead, and now Gola taken down. 369 is a monster, and he's gonna take the triple kill, and JDG, I think they've done it again.
Look at his player cam. He's not even impressed. This is just a normal day for this man.
But he doesn't exactly find the value he's looking for. The third Q does come in. They get rid of the Vi, but Ruler is also dead, and now Gola taken down. 369 is a monster, and he's gonna take the triple kill, and JDG, I think they've done it again.
Look at his player cam. He's not even impressed. This is just a normal day for this man.
He's rolling 999 this time around. Knight hits that double snare at the end. LNG are down. JDG are gonna move on through.
And I can feel the groan of all the LPL commentators like, not again, it always happens just this way. But JDG, the favorites for the tournament.
These were some of the best highlights from the Worlds 2023 Swiss stage matchup between JDG and LNG. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.